Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, the waiting is over. We are about to get started here today. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We'll be calling the action for you. Frank, the golfers look ready to go. What kind of player is best suited here at the Sawgrass?
You have to be an all-round player, and plus, you've got to be a very good strategist. Getting your golf ball around TPC Sawgrass is extremely difficult. You've got to know exactly where the wind is coming from and where the pin location is on each and every hole.
Tee shot here at the first.
You immediately see what Pete Dye tries to do here, Rich. This hole looks like a straightaway par 4, but just that fairway shaping to the left and shaping to the right makes a very, very short par 4 difficult.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, you want to get out of the gates quickly, hit the proper approach shot here at the first. What does the player need to look out for?
Well, there's two distinct levels to this green. There's that left side and then that collection area to the right side. Flag on the top. It's a very, very difficult shot because that bunker plumb comes into play.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. And getting ready for the putt. Even par early on. This is a par putt for Patrick Rodgers. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Just a shade over par, +1. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Patrick Rodgers won the Hogan Award, won the Nicklaus Award as the top collegiate player. He was the #1 ranked amateur player in the world.
Yeah, great way to start a professional career. We all know how good you have been, and we also know that he's on a predictable line for a great future.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Second shot. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Now the third shot for Snedeker. Frank not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards. And they're out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Frank, that looked good to me. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Talk to any of the experts. They will tell you this is a guy to keep an eye on. Patrick Rodgers has this now for birdie. And so just getting started. Even par so far. Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. One over for the day. So we started with a par 4, then a par 5, and now the 177-yard par 3 third hole. Plenty of hazards here, Frank.
You really break this green up into 3 portions. Front left, front right, and that back, just on top of the ridge.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. So at the third, the approach is on the green, but it's a long ways from the cup, about 30 feet away. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. Now the putt from Patrick Rodgers. And he makes it for par. Frank, how would you describe the bunker all along the right here at number 4?
Well, it looks like it never stops. It covers really the entire length of that tee shot down the right side.
the tee shot ends up in the bunker. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. This one measures 130 yards. This becomes a different kind of battle out there today with these strong, gusty winds. Players will have to think, they'll have to take extra club, and this will not be easy. Playing this par 4 still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. This one doesn't look good. Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things up. The penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same, but when you hit it out of bounds, you're actually losing a stroke and a distance. For example, if I'm teeing off on a par 4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting it out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water hazard, I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So the distance penalty isn't the same as if it was out of bounds.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the fourth shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Drops it, and he's at even par. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Fifth hole, good par 4, isn't it, Frank?
If ever a hole was built for Lee Trevino, who used to love to cut it, this would be the hole. It just looks and screams for a shot that's hit left to right. And that's the only way really to avoid bunkers left and long, and that one that's all the way down the right side.
That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
In the fairway, down there about 290. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, hitting way right. It was a little over-ambitious.
He'll need to be strong with this. Crowd is hushed as Snedeker looks at the birdie putt. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt.
This is an awkward length.
Locked in on the read and the speed. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the fourth hole seems to have really put him off his game. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 into 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. This is a 150-yard shot, his second. Birdie try up next. And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank's seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
That one is in the bunker. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Second shot now for Patrick Rodgers. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. What a putt! Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Frank, he needs to right the ship in a hurry. That's a bogey right there.
Well, he's got to sort of wipe the memory banks too. He's still dwelling, I think, on that double bogey he made back there earlier in the round, and that's carried over into this, and it's affecting the way in which he's playing.
Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Frank's 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s, justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is, longest of the 4 par 3s, plus it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. The fairways aren't that narrow today.
Headed for the bunker? And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Brant Snedeker for par. Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Now, it's at sneaky distance.
Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Getting set now over the putt. And he makes it for a bogey here. Two over for the day. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9.
Excellent looking shot here. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. Patrick Rodgers' third shot. Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Snedeker has this for bogey.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Yeah, that really hurts, Frank, missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Must make this for a double bogey. Couple shots over par. Frank, the nice thing about golf is we have that little break in between nines. And if it's not going well, and that's the case right here, player has a chance to turn it around.
Yeah, this is where you have to dig into your memory bank. Obviously what you've done wasn't working, so you know what not to do. Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, where's the difficulty on this approach here at the 10th?
It's really the shape of this green. That little front piece, you have to be right on the money there. And then, of course, that green starts to open up and then move to the right.
That was a solid strike and a good result. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here. There's no snack though.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Moves to 5 over. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Let's go to the 11th. Now, it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
This has to go in the hazard.
It needs to get up or it's go. NASA, we have a splashdown. So the previous shot into the drink. This now the fourth shot. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich. It really did. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. Now, the way that came out, really lucky to be on the fringe.
He'll still have a good chance to come out of here with a decent score. Getting set now over the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.
That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par fours. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. And it is not looking like a good lie.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
130 yards out. Frank, obviously when people think about TPC Sawgrass, I think most think about the 17th. It's about 140 yards of pure terror. It is, as they have said, diabolical. And here, you want to go low or die trying.
The amazing thing about 17, it's the only hole really that Pete Dye didn't design. 17's designed by his wife Alice. They had a problem trying to get from 16 to 18. It was a big area that they dug out when they tried to get some of the sand for the golf course. And then Alice Dye said, well, why not just put a hole there? And really, when you think about it, the advent of stadium golf, the island green at 17, that's what's pushed this game over the last 25 years.
All right, so Greenside Bunker, what's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really, you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
So, Frank, out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. Brant over a bogey bid. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
This one measures out to 24 feet. Oh, do that. One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par 3s, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard par 3.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee that anything left's just going to be eaten up by that light.
He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Well, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. He has this for birdie. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Hard to be perfect in this game. That's a bogey. This one just requires a little bit of focus. It has been frustrating. 6 over par already. Frank, the 14th hole. A lot has happened here over the years.
I think it's the litmus test on the back nine. That's where things really start to heat up. It looks like a straightforward tee shot, but often the eyes wander to that water down the left side. And of course, if you think about that, you invariably fire the ball towards the right, where those hillocks and thick rough is, and virtually no chance of reaching the par 4 and 2.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Headed for the bunker? Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Frank challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Brent Snedeker needs this for a par. Good putt. 10-foot putt left. In for par. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on the screen, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole.
In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
This is one of the more challenging shots in the game, the fairway bunker shot, isn't it, Frank?
It is. You look at the distance involved, you know, obviously what's in front of him now. He has to hit this shot absolutely clean.
Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
That shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close, that's good. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
He'll need to be strong with this. Snedeker for par. Good roll, solid, that's a par. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, not what they wanted. 7 over par already on the round. And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee.
Second shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things up. The penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same, but when you hit it out of bounds, you're actually losing a stroke and a distance. For example, if I'm teeing off on a par 4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting it out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water hazard, I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So the distance penalty isn't the same as if it was out of bounds.
This now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Locked in on the read and the speed. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Just a couple of feet. Seven over for the day. Frank, you know what's great about 17? If a buddy's played the golf course and they come back and they tell you, hey, I played TPC Sawgrass, what's the first question they're always asked?
Did you hit the green?
What'd you make at 17? What'd you do there?
Yeah, but you know what the best thing about playing with your buddies in 17? Is when they hit it in the water.
Frank has missed the green here in regulation, but still hasn't missed the chance to make the par.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he's got this shot in his toolbox coming up.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Brandt over a bogey bid.
Really solid stroke.
Been a rocky round. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Now the approach shot here to 18, just one last good swing, Frank.
There's a little false front here that you have to avoid, so something that pitches over that right bunker that lands a good 10 or so yards on this green is certainly the desired goal.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot.
That's an absolute beauty.
This is Brandt Snedeker's fourth shot.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Patrick now eyeing a par. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Normally you'd be happy to take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Well, Frank, as we put a wrap on the day, it was plain to see he just didn't have his best stuff, but that's golf, and there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, the beauty of this game, you're rated by your best and your worst golf. Today's not, I don't think, a fair